All right. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Um, we're missing Gary. Gary's supposed to be here with us. He's trying to fight his way through, you know, the internet. He's swimming through the internet trying to find us. Um, but yeah, hopefully he comes on with us. Be a good time. Gary's always a good time. But I do have Steve Mothersole below. We got here, good friend from abroad. And we got Adam Frankel. We got Adam from West
Hi
Coast Bar and
everyone.
Drink. Yeah.
Woo! And hammer shots.
And hammer shots. We'll talk about that a lot later. All right. So real quick, I do got to mention we do have a shop. We're trying to get something cool made up within our shops because the two companies we use for our shop. Anyway, they have those masks, those face mask things. So we're trying to get our logos and stuff like that, and other cool designs like this one on, the masks that you can buy through the shop, because you guys aren't buying anything else. So I figured, hey, you might buy a mask or something. You can get this shirt in any color, stuff like that. Really cool. It's not that stupid stick-on stuff. It's really cool. We also have American Hammers Radio designs, American Hammers TV, American Hammers Network, all the different supporters groups that we work with all over the world, like Ghana Hammers and Russian Hammers and, what else? Boston Hammers, DC Irons, and stuff like that. So check it out. Speaking of the devil, guy in the chat room right now, Hammers Poles. We got Hammers Poles merchandise in our shop too. And people have bought it, so check it out. Really cool stuff. That said, we did have a great show on Sunday. One of them was my fault. I thought we were interviewing Matt Taylor on Sunday, so kind of told everybody that. But apparently it's next Sunday. That's my mistake. So we're definitely going to be doing that this upcoming Sunday. I don't know the time exactly. I think it's the same time. I think it's the 1 p.m. Eastern time, like 6 p.m. UK. So stay tuned for that one. Matt Taylor, great dude. Just check it out, even though he coaches Spurs right now. But anyway, nobody needs to know that. Yeah, should be good. But hey, the finale of Friday Night Lights couldn't have been better. Two good friends of ours. We had KDK versus Charlie Walsh, and Charlie Walsh demolished her. Absolutely, no, he didn't. It came down to the vote, because you only had a 2-point lead going into the vote, which I didn't think was going to happen, but John was adamant that there was a vote, and it was split 4-4. So they actually split the 2 points, and therefore Charlie won. So congratulations to Charlie, and thank you to everybody who followed us the whole season of Friday Night Lights. I really appreciate that. Got to thank John Nolan for being the dude behind it all and sticking with it, and only missing one episode. Only one time we had to have Lee fill in for him, and of course Wally. How awesome was it to have Wally in there all the time? For some comic relief. Great dude. I can't thank him enough. So yeah, season 2 will come back when football comes back. We got some new plans for this next season. There'll be 54 contestants in total. It's 18 episodes with 3 each. We're gonna mix it all up with a real lot of new people. We're only gonna bring back 6 people from last season, the 6 semifinalists. And we're gonna, because there's so many more people that were lining up to join the Friday Night Lights, we decided to do that, plus 3 ex-players, which would be neat to throw into the mix. So that will make 4 ex-players total with Ian Bishop, because he was a semifinalist. All right, about a 4-minute rant. Anyway, let's get down to business. The first order of business is Gary, and he's still having trouble. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so the sun. Everybody loves the sun, right? But not that sun. Not that sun. All right, so the sun.
Okay.
The sun from the UK reports that Moyes is asking for this dude named Billy Gilmore in exchange for Rice as part of that transfer deal. Is it complete bullshit because it's the sun? Who is this young kid? This Billy Gilmore kid from the Chelsea Academy? I don't know. Anybody know him? And also, would you ever sell him to Chelsea anyway? They're not going to have the money. They're going to work out some stupid deal. But let's get your thoughts. Let's start with Adam, and we'll just go around. And also participate in the chat room too. Like, we'll pull up the comments as you go. Adam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Billy Gilmore. I mean, David Moyes doing what Moyes does best. Oh, he's Scottish. All right, I'll sign him. He does love to stick to his nationalities. But, I mean, we're talking about a kid who's made like half a dozen appearances for Chelsea. And Declan Rice is, I mean, he bosses it for us. And I know he's only a young player, but like the experience on him, like I remember watching Rio Ferdinand play when he was young, and he would like take the ball out of the defense into the midfield. You could just tell, like everyone in that stadium that watched Rio come through knew that this kid is going to be something special. And it's the same feeling about Declan Rice. I mean, he hasn't got experience, he's young, he's got a fantastic personality, and that helps, the charisma, the work rate, like the likability of the guy. But I mean, he really, I think, will be world class. I mean, if we're going to sell him, then it's going to need to be for a ridiculous amount of money. And I'd like to think that it's not going to happen. But yeah, I'd much rather not sell him to a bloody London rival. I mean, would not want that at all.
No. Steve, what do you think? Any thoughts on this one?
No, I don't think this has got any legs. I can see Rice going, but not quite yet. I think he's gonna stay with us for another couple of years. I think his spiritual home is Chelsea, and I think that's where he will end up. But I can't see us. He's established now, isn't he? And I can't see us doing a deal with an established player to take a chance on someone who only played a couple of games.
Yes.
I mean, West Ham have got a history of doing that, haven't they? Taking a gamble on youngsters who don't.
If Charlie was in here with us, he'd be screaming potential, but potential. We're buying him for potential. Who has more potential? So I'm going to ask you guys seriously: who has more potential? Is it Rice or is it this Gilmore kid? Let's go with Steve and go backwards.
Well, it's got to be Rice, hasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, it's got to be. I don't know anything about Gilmore, but I'm biased because Declan Rice is playing for us, and he's a fan's favourite. No, not yet. It's too early. Don't let him go.
You know what? We do need to get an AHTV crown. And Friday Night Lights crown made up for Charlie. That is a good point, Wally.
That is a good idea.
And you know what? Also, real quick, just mention we are on Twitch also. We stream simultaneously Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, and all that good stuff, whatever. Twitch. So we're low on numbers over there. So if anybody does use Twitch at all, head on over to there. I still pull up the comments and stuff. So I appreciate that. We need to get our numbers up over there. Otherwise, we're just going to stop doing it. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Adam.
Yeah, I think Rice. I mean, he's... Yeah.
As bias?
No, I mean, the thing is that at that age, so many things can happen. Like, before I went on air, I was saying, like, a good friend of mine, here, like a young lad, he went to, he started playing for FC Dallas. He started doing so well that he got selected for the Under-20 World Cup. So he goes to the Under-20 World Cup. Obviously, at that point, the kid's massive potential, yet the manager doesn't pick him, doesn't get on the field like at all. And another lad who also was on the books at FC Dallas played ahead of him. Now all of a sudden the kid's not playing. So potential, like it's so easy to go on. This kid is so new at Chelsea. Anything can happen. People have said here, Gilmore is just a prospect. I really like that. That is a perfect comment. That's what I would say.
So, Gary.
Great.
What's going on, Gary?
We can't
fucking hear you, man. Turn up you got a microphone or something? You're wearing headphones with no mic or something? I can't hear you. Fucking guy. Every time he comes on, something. There was one time where he came on and two people were speaking, but he couldn't hear them, but he could hear, the other two. I don't know. So Gary, we can't hear you.
He's a legend. Absolute
I can't
legend.
hear you.
Do you think he can hear us?
You sign? You sign?
Shout really loud. See if we can hear you then.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh god, my eyes are bleeding. This is funny. I'm crying. Gary, how about this? I'm gonna kick your ass out. Can you come back in? All right, I'm gonna kick you out.
Maybe he didn't allow his mic or something.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Ugh, yeah.
Gary's great too. I'm gonna try.
I love Gary. He's brilliant.
No, it's never a dull moment. It's never a dull moment. And yes, recall Big George, absolutely.
Who?
Well, here's the thing. So a lot of these people in the chat we were talking about the other night, they're actually going to give it a shot and come on into the show, the Hammer Shots show. So it'll be good. All right, so we're waiting for Gary to come back. Hopefully we can hear him. But anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, so enough of that Gilmore guy. I don't know. Oh, here's another one. That dipshit from up in the Colombian from up in Scotland, Rangers, whatever, Morales, Alfredo, something. Is he shit or no? Just
Honestly,
simple.
Well,
I've had enough of Colombians.
Yes. I like the coffee. That's about it.
He's talented,
Yeah.
but he's a flawed talent, isn't he? But West Ham do like a nutter, don't we?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think we've had much luck with South Americans, really. Or Mexican,
No,
you know what I mean? Like, South Americans mostly.
That's true.
Like even Ecuador, you know what I mean? Like Enter Valencia, I mean, he didn't really fulfill. I mean, he had some good matches, obviously, but he didn't really do that great. Didn't last that long, obviously. And then what's the other one? Yeah, Carlos Sanchez. Because if you, I think Colombia. That's the first thing that comes to my head, right?
No, I think the last South American I remember loving at West Ham was bloody Norberto Solano. Oh yeah, I mean obviously Tevez and Mascherano. Yeah, I mean,
touche. But that was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, well, you're right. God, Tevez.
Connect your mic, Gary. Come on, he's coming in. I can see it. But
how old's this fella?
26, 25, something like that, maybe.
I thought you were talking about Gary for a minute. I was going to say, I was like,
God, no.
Yeah, Gary's only 37. Gary.
Oh, fucking hell, look at this.
Say something. I can hear the lighter. That's a good sign. Say something. God damn it.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
oh, did it work? Oh, I thought it worked for a second.
Say something. Loud. Start screaming. Start screaming in your house. I can't hear you, man. Can you hear me? This is fucking great. I can't hear you.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
How about this? What if I called him? Oh, he's on his phone. I was gonna say I'll call him on the phone and just have him do the audio over my microphone.
Going.
Holy shit!
speak.
Say kebab.
Steve, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you're on a delay, but yeah, we can hear you.
I hear
Can you hear us?
I think.
All right. Anyway.
Classy.
All right. So top Charlie.
It's those glasses, team.
Fuck off. I have nightmares of kebabs, man. I swear to God. And I did want to mention, real quick, we have a new sponsor. Let's see if this can come up good. So we have a new sponsor. I don't know if you guys can read this. It's too blurry. Anyway, it's a free Muslim dating app. They decide to sponsor us. No, anybody?
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
This isn't working. I can hear you. I mean, I already signed up. I signed up. So
Gary, can you hear us?
this is
Just freeze.
Gary, can you hear Tim?
What's up?
All right, what's up? All right.
Everything. Everything. It's so beyond.
It's choppy. Yeah. It's choppy, man.
Yeah, this is top quality here. Nothing but the best.
Oh dear.
All right, so let's move on. I don't want to talk about Morales
It's
anymore.
not watching
Anyway.
West Ham. This.
I don't want to talk about Morales anymore. Anyway, so let's get into Wilshire. So Wilshire is determined. He's determined to prove all of us supporters wrong, because he's had all this time to heal up and get ready. Let's start with Gary. Gary, what are your thoughts on Wilshire?
Yeah.
All right,
I was going to
Steve.
say that as well. That's a great answer. I mean, he's on the fags all the time as well. I think that was a perfect answer. You know, his answer is
Can we
what you
just
think of
keep him here?
Wilshire.
There
He's
you
on the
go.
fags and he's on the beer. That's exactly Jack.
I need
Good
a fucking joint or something now, man.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I can't believe I've sat up till 1 o'clock in the morning for this. Fucking hell. Gary, sort yourself out, for fuck's sake.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
Just,
I don't know anymore. Please just take it away, somebody.
did you tell him he was on a show, or is he just like? Did
Yeah,
you know?
he's just
What is
sitting
this
there
here
looking
to,
all
you know,
handsome.
have a smoke, have a beer, just I feel like it's that gobble box or whatever it is. You know, you're just watching people watching TV.
He's looking like an East London version of Mel Gibson right now. And he's just chilling there with his cigarette and his beer. Man, it's good stuff. If he could just sit there all night while we talk, it'll be great. Anybody opposed to that in the chat? No? All right. Anyway. Steve, what are we talking about? Well, sure.
Yeah, I'd give him a go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd keep him. I mean, he's got so much quality, and we know it's proven quality. We know he's a good player.
What is going on?
You know, seriously.
Did I miss the memo? Are we all supposed to be getting fucked up here? Because no one told me.
I'm gonna go and get a couple of beers, Adam. Do you want one?
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take something stronger, I think.
Look at Tim. Look.
He's dying.
Anyway, here on AHTV and friends. Fucking hell.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, honestly, it makes me feel more confident about doing a show now because the bar, I don't feel like the bar's quite so high anymore.
Right, Adam, imagine trying to spend a weekend with these two.
I don't know.
Fuck me. Seriously, it was like herding kittens trying to keep hold of these two. They proper done my nutting.
How did you cope?
Oh, I didn't. lots of alcohol.
Yeah. I believe it. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Tim's
dear.
having a meltdown.
Oh, dear. And prescription drugs.
I have a feeling maybe Gary showed him a picture of what's going on below that screen that we can't see. I don't know. That's the only
dear.
time I got that sort of response.
I don't even know if Gary can hear any of this.
I don't know. Gary, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. I'm going to take that as a no.
Gary, if you can hear us, give us a wave.
Gary, can you hear me?
Oh my God, what
This
is
is fucking
going
crazy.
on?
Oh, that was
Oh,
the best
dear.
laugh I've had in a while, man.
Oh dear.
So what are we talking about again?
You want to see
Gary.
some of the comments, Tim? See some of the comments in the chat. They are fantastic.
Oh God. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't hear. I haven't made out one conversation. The sound is fucking terrible.
But
Oh,
you
it's
sound
back.
great.
well, what just happened?
I
We
might as
can
well
hear
be on the
him.
local. Understand a fucking word they're saying either.
Can you hear me now? No.
What?
Can you hear me? No.
Here, I heard you say that. Yeah, can I?
Okay. On delay or regular?
Put 50p in the meter, mate. Just put 50p in the meter.
This is
50p in
great.
the meter.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Rebecca, there's some gold coming out here. You're right. I don't know. He could just be taking this really and just saying something every now and then. Maybe this is a video. You put a video in it to trick us.
Occasionally, I can hear a.
That's a different show. That sound effects from the other screen, mate. Close out that tab. Keep on this one.
Oh boy.
Oh man. I don't know how much more I could take of this tonight. All right. Let's pull up some hammer polls. So we're about halfway there. There's really nothing else to talk about, to be honest with you. So let's just do it. Shit.
I'd give Wilshire. I'd give Wilshire a chance.
Oh yeah, that was a question. It was about Wilshire.
Yeah.
Did I fuck that up?
Oh.
There we go.
That's a good one.
Gary.
That's easy.
Gary, you do it. Is he writing it down?
Yeah.
No, he's having a fag. Is that inappropriate, by the way, in this country to say that? I mean, having a cigarette.
Oh fuck! Dude, I would if I can't smoke inside though. That's my problem.
It's when someone says, "Hey, buddy, can I bum a fag?"
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've mentioned these sort of comments before accidentally. They don't go down great.
What do I think? I don't know. I think Haller. I mean, if Haller gets in there and fucking he gets what he needs around him, Haller's the best player there.
Awesome, Steve.
I agree. I vote Haller.
Adam.
I think we've had a lot of good players there, but they have not had the fucking right tools around them, and so everybody's fucking putting them down and slagging them off and saying how shit they are, but they're not shit. I mean, they haven't got the right tools to do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, and it's. Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, I think it's pretty close though, to be honest. I mean, either of them on form could be great for West Ham. Yeah, I'd probably go for Haller as well. But how do we not have gone through like the whole? If we were talking like a couple of years ago, if we were talking about Batshuayi before he like rejected us 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think I would be more tempted. But you know, because Haller has come to us, I've got my Baron Blue tinted glasses on, and so I think I would pick him because of that.
Yeah. I'd say Haller. I haven't seen enough of Batshuayi to make a judgment. All I know is that what you just said, Adam, he's turned us down so many times. Like, why the fuck would it even matter? Like, who's the better player right now? Because we're not going to get him. I don't think he wants to play with us. So, whatever. So next question, and we'll start off with Gary again. So get your paper up, Steve. if football is to return, then should games be played on neutral grounds? Like, basically, yeah. What do you think? This is fucking great.
No, no, they shouldn't. If it's not going to return to the way it should be, don't fucking return. It's got to be returned. You got to return and play your normal fucking games at your normal stadiums. If you're going to do this, don't bother.
Right on. Steve.
I agree with Gary. This is just absolute bullshit. I mean, who are the neutral grounds going to be, and why are they?
What is the point in playing? What is the point of playing them at neutral grounds? What is the point? If you're going to play them at neutral grounds, just play them on your own fucking ground.
Yeah, I mean, they say the reason that they're saying about it is they're saying what they could try and do is like have a whole quarantine zone, have all the players of all the teams in an hotel in an area. I mean, it's
that won't work.
Idea. It would never work.
No.
And I mean, it's just the problem is just not going to happen. Like, I don't think for everyone coming to neutral grounds, like even just the players, it doesn't make sense. You know, I don't think it's going to come back for a while yet. I miss it, but I don't see it starting at neutral grounds.
I don't agree with Becky there. I think it's absolute horse shit that they'd have to play neutral grounds. I think they should just scrap the whole damn thing, or just wait until next season to continue, or whatever the case may be. But basically, no fans, no supporters, no football. There's no such thing. It doesn't make sense. And the likelihood of it getting pulled off, dude, it would take months to plan that. Right. And dude, just think about the lawsuits. Like someone all of a sudden, I don't know, the ball boy or somebody being like, oh, I got COVID. Now I get to sue them for making me be here. So, or like our medical staff or somebody in the building, like, oh, we did this neutral thing. Somebody got too close to me. Somebody, blew a snot rocket on me. And next thing you know, I got the COVID now, and I get to sue the club now or sue the Premier League or whatever. It's just fucking go back.
I can hear you now.
Oh,
I'm listening on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Cool. All right. So that's enough of that.
It's a bit of a delay, though.
Yeah. When it's your turn, we'll just give you a couple seconds. All right. So what do we all say? No, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. So yeah. Boom. Done. And by the way, for anyone who cares,
thanks, Steve. Yeah.
All right. So let's pass all this bullshit and get to this one. No, I'm not dealing with that. Nope, I'm not dealing with that one. All right, here we go. Would you accept West Ham? I've heard this a million times. We've talked about this in the past as well.
Yeah.
I think this has come up in a poll before, but hey, let's just do it again because it's Hammers polls and shit. 952 votes is pretty big for them. So would you accept West Ham being relegated if it meant GSB sold the club? Start with Gary again.
Oh shit! Me first. I don't know. That's a tough one. Nobody wants to get relegated, but if you get them out of the club, and that's a bonus right there. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with that.
Steve.
No, you cannot take relegation because one, you don't know when you're going to come back up, if you're going to come back up, because when you get relegated, you're going to have to sell players anyway, purely because of the financial situation. So there's no guarantee you're going to come straight back up. There's no guarantee you're going to come up in 2 or 3 seasons. And at the moment with GSB, I think it's better the devil you know. Because, we don't know who we could get. We could get rid of these 3 and get Mike Ashley. Do you know what I mean? So, no, just
fair enough.
Wait till we're stable. Wait until we're more sort of cemented as a a mid-table, top half club. See what's going to happen with the stadium.
Yeah.
And then they can see about flogging us, moving us on.
Adam.
Oh, I say never. I would never accept West Ham being relegated for any reason whatsoever. And it meant that the following season we were guaranteed promotion and a cup. There's no chance. I mean, it's so risky down there. It's heartbreaking. And the Championship is not an easy league to get up from.
No.
And you've got to remember that, like, even if it meant that they sold the club, who's going to come in? I mean, you look at what's happened to Sunderland. You know, they're languishing in League One with nothing and no one now. And, I mean, the risk is just way too high. Way too high.
Well, on this note, then, before we go ahead and answer, I mean, click the vote anyway. Robbie asks, would you want us take over similar to Newcastle's takeover? And we'll start with Adam and go down. Give Gary a little bit of time.
Yeah, I would actually. I've been saying this for a long time, for years and years. I've always thought that we'll own the stadium, because it doesn't make sense for us not to own the stadium. It's costing the taxpayer millions every single year. So at some point, they're going to have to just cut their losses, give them the stadium for next to nothing. Once they own the stadium, well, now it's an asset. The club is now a much better asset. They'll sell us. And I think, considering the transport links, apart from what's going on now, but like the reason that the Olympic Stadium is because they have built an entire transport infrastructure to get people in there. So people from whatever country that are billionaires can make their way to the club nice and easy. And you know what? I'd love to see West Ham win. And to me, I don't care how we get it. I'd love to watch West Ham in the Champions League. I'd love to go to Spain or Italy and watch West Ham play a top team and to be able to compete. Like, it would be my dream. And I mean, I'm going to support West Ham no matter what. But, man, wouldn't it be nice to watch us win something?
Yeah, well, we can always win championship.
No, that doesn't count.
No, I'm just kidding. Steve.
I wouldn't be adverse to a takeover of some kind, but I do have an issue with certainly Saudi Arabia. You know, do we really want to get into bed with them given their human rights record?
Yeah.
And also, Adam, the transport links to London Stadium ain't that good.
I'm talking more like airports, you know, like international travel, like just getting into London in general. You know, it's like there's space there. It's a decent area. I mean, a lot of London clubs are built in pretty shitty areas.
Robbie's making good points, though. You know, with that kind of money, though, they could probably fix the London Stadium situation, meaning like tear it the fuck down and move somewhere, or move somewhere else, or build from scratch somewhere else. Because I mean, the people that we're talking about, like if say like a Mike Ashley came in, or someone with that type of money, or someone who just wasn't GSB, you know what I mean, but had that kind of money. Because when you're talking the money that the Saudis have, you're talking like a whole other echelon, and it's totally different people. That's the money that it would take to do what we all want, right? Because we still wouldn't be happy with someone with the same amount of money as our current owners sitting in our home right now, where we're at. It's not home. You know what I mean? We'd still be unhappy, no matter what owners came in, because the stadium would still be the same, would still have this fucking lease, would still, have to get everything approved by, the legacy and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Would still be unhappy. The transportation would still suck.
If these people came in with a bucket full of money and either moved us or redeveloped the London Stadium and built the Bowling Mark II, and everybody was really happy, and then they put a shit director of football and a shit manager in there who bought all the wrong players, we'd still get relegated. So what difference would it make?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the right
You know,
answer is.
it's not necessarily about the owners. It's about the team that the owners put together to run the football club for them.
Yeah.
And don't forget as well, we can't, if even if we bring Saudis in, we can't just go out and cherry pick whichever players we want.
Yeah.
We're still bound by financial fair play, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, I guess so. Gary, what are your thoughts? Would you be happy with a takeover like Newcastle's takeover with some big Saudi money? You think that would fix our problems?
I don't know. You've all got some good points there. I mean, yeah. It'd be nice to have that money. You know, like you say, we could transform the stadium, try and make it a bit better. But I don't know. As long as we just don't lose who we are.
Yeah.
Cheese sandwich for me, please, Neil.
Oh boy, yeah. So yeah, wait, where are we at? So would you accept West Ham being relegated? Blah blah blah. No, fuck no. I don't think so. It's damn close though, man. This
Really?
Wow, that's just a
well, yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Well, it's GSBL people, man. You know, like diehards. You know, and I don't blame them. You know, I don't blame them. But at the same time, you know, I don't think they get.
Yeah, but if we get relegated, then it takes away that next question that we just answered.
Yeah. No, you're right. All right, we're going to start with you, Gary. This next one. This one's a fun one. If you could give a second chance back at West Ham for which one of these?
Really?
One of these? Yeah, if you have to pick one, which one of these nutters would you take back?
Oh, fucking hell. I think Payet. I mean, I'd like an Arnautovic back because he works hard. You know, he can score goals. But I think I'll go with Payet.
Fair enough. Steve?
If we could have them back playing the same way as they did when they were with us, I would go for Sacco.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I really rated him.
As long as Valencia come with him.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Sacco up top with Haller?
Oh, that would be class.
Listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't take him back. I'm just saying out of this lot, I would take fucking Payet back. I mean, Payet did better for us than any of these fucking nitwits. What did Ravel Morrison do for us other than help us win or beat Tottenham? You know, what else? We got
people who can take free kicks. We don't need Payet.
Who?
Huh?
Cresswell.
Cresswell. Oh God, how many? How many has Cresswell done? How many? When he does, it's beautiful. I'm not going to take that away from him. But how many really compared to what Payet did in that short time he was with us? Seriously. Come on, fellas.
That wasn't really a serious answer.
All right, don't get me going now. Come on.
He's a left back.
All right, Adam. So who would you take?
I hated.
You have to pick one.
And now, like, I actually would have said same as Steve. If Sacco was 5 years younger, I would have taken Sacco. But that's only because Ravel Morrison is just a total liability. It doesn't matter where he goes, it's a liability. And Payet and Arnautovic just, I don't know. Loyalty is just something that, to me as a human being, I'm super, like, it's I think it's the most important thing. And I get it that it's business and it's football, but the way that these guys went about what they did, like, I want players like that in the club. I don't want the message sent that, oh yeah, players can take the piss out of us. And I mean, I just don't get it. Maybe if we had different owners, it would be a different answer. But like, what's changed at West Ham since these people left? The reasons changed. I don't know who that player is, but the reason
so a lot of people.
If I may as well quickly, out of all those four, I would suggest that Sacco is the only one that actually works as part of a team. The other three are more individuals, and they went missing a lot.
Sacco, didn't he get pissed off like because he wasn't getting played or someone was getting played over him and he just all of a sudden decided, fuck it, I'm not going to train anymore? He pulled Payet, didn't he? I swear he pulled that sneaky shit too. But listen, Payet on his day was fucking fabulous. Like, I would love to see him and Allaire in the same squad. I'd even see it today because listen, you don't lose that. You don't lose the gift of the goal. You just lose your legs, and I think I would like to see it at least, see him have a shot. But no, my pick is Payet, obviously, because he's just absolutely
33 years old. Tim, I mean,
Payet still bangs. I still follow him. You know what he does over there in Marseille, and he still bangs in those damn free kicks, and assists, which is, dude. It's not just the free kicks that I love about the guy. The fact that he just knows how to pass the ball too, which is what our players clearly don't know how to do. Ryan Frederick, to his own teammates, you know. Now, some people were saying Snoddy a lot when I was talking about, okay, who else can do free kicks in the club? You guys see Cresswell, and someone else was saying Snoddy. Snoddy doesn't do free kicks. Snoddy does corner kicks, which he does better than anybody. Like, I absolutely love Snodgrass. I would love to see him in the starting lineup, you know, over fucking Mark Noble, just so that, because he's a center mid, he's not a fucking kicker. And we would love, you know, he does great corner kicks. Anyway, everybody else is just saying, yeah, Sacco did pull a Payet with nowhere near the talent. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. So anyway, so I think we're all divided, but looks like most of you said Sacco, right? I think, whatever. But yeah, look, 55% said Payet. Only 242 votes, which is really bizarre for Hammers polls. Usually do a lot better than that. There's still 1 day left. So listen, if you're watching this on our, you know, social media or watching it live, even head on over to Twitter, check out Hammers polls, click on, you know, their polls, man. It's good stuff. Always entertaining. And that's the last one for the eve. So let's remove that shit so we can see all each other better. Man, is there any burning desires or anything anybody wants to talk about in the chat room? Anything that we missed tonight? I think I do have one more topic that I forgot to mention. Yeah, this is one that I really wanted to talk about, and now it'll be great because I'll get Gary to start off, and then we'll go, you know, counterclockwise. So Football.London posted an article. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Well, Bilic's first 5 signings, how they panned out, what they're doing now, et cetera, et cetera. Because everybody knows how much I love Bilic. All right, so I don't. But he had half a brain in his head. But he's just a complete fucking fool that couldn't keep any of these fucking guys. So anyway, I'm going to name them off, and you guys can discuss what you want about, you know, these players, who was the best one, who, you know, what Bill should have done or what he didn't do or whatever, and you can, you know, praise him or whatever. Obiang, Randolph, Samuelson, Payet, and Ogbonna. So, Gary, what are your thoughts on those nitwits? And even though I did say I like Payet, but anyway, what are your thoughts on those and what they've done for us and where they are now? And
I don't know, Pie. I mean, Pie. I don't know what went wrong there, but you know, we should never have let him go. Well, I mean, he was too good of a player. You can't let players like that just fucking walk. What? Run the others again by me.
Randolph, Samuelson, and Augie, and Obiang.
Yeah. Randolph, I rate him that much, to be honest. I mean, we were right to get someone else in, but Samuelson, I think we should have given him more of a chance. And Obiang, I don't know. Obiang was good on his day, but he wasn't always on his day.
Yeah.
I mean, that cracker he scored against Tottenham was, I always love him for that.
Yeah. Steve.
Samuelson hasn't really been given a chance, has he? I don't know if they've seen something in training and just realised that perhaps he wouldn't make the grade. Don't know. We haven't seen enough of him. Oggy I like.
Mm-hmm.
Obiang I rated. Think we should have kept him. I really liked him.
Player?
Don't get me wrong, he was a good player. But he wasn't a team player, was he? He was all about himself, and he showed some mental fragilities that in the end was his downfall. And I really don't like the bloke.
All right. Well, good for you. Anyway, I had him.
I would go as far as to say, and I don't know the answer to this question. I'm not really a statistician. Is that
I don't even know what the question was, man. I just
about all of these players, but I like the first five players Bilic signed. I don't think we've probably had a manager who signed a better first five players for West Ham than Bilic. When you look at all of those players, I think that you go back to like the Redknapp days, and like every other player was the total joke. Like as far as what you've got in that five, you've got a player that became one of the like Premier League players of the year and an absolute superstar. Ogbonna, who's been solid for the back and still is. Randolph, when he was called into action, like past when Adrian lost his place and was off form, he actually did really well. I was impressed with him. I think Obiang was probably one of our most underrated players for a long, long time. Because he wasn't a star, but he did everything so well. Like his passing was great. His breakup, he was like leading into what Declan Rice has now become for us. And Samuelson, I mean, we'll find out. I mean, he's at Hull City now before this, and I think we'll find out. And I wouldn't be shocked if he goes on to do pretty well.
Yeah.
So I think overall, Bilic did a fantastic job with his first five signings. Probably good enough for you to not hate him.
See, there's only one reason why I hate Slaven Bilic.
There
Actually, there's more than one reason why, but
here we go.
This is the main reason why I hate Slaven Bilic, because
Tompkins.
He fucking sold James Tompkins. That was the biggest fucking mistake. Right there, you just told me you're a fucking idiot.
This is why you took away my access to the banners and things, wasn't it? Because I can't.
You can't do Tim's Durant. Yeah,
Tim's off on one.
Yeah, I know.
I can do it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Yes. So basically, what you guys are saying is that maybe he should have just played director of football, because the guy can't manage for shit. I mean, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but anyway, basically, he's a shit manager. He just knows talent, but he doesn't know how to handle the talent, keep the talent, manage the talent, where to put the damn talent. Number one example, everybody said a million times, was Antonio at right back, not playing Faguli enough. Just a bunch of shit, like not being able to handle the Payet situation.
I think as well, he wanted to be everybody's friend rather than their governor and their manager, didn't he? That was 100%. The problem.
Yeah. So fuck him. Unless he wants to do the show sometime.
But you also got to give the guy credit for like he achieved the best result in a season that West Ham ever achieved in a season. Like the highest number of points, the most number of goals, and so like
because Allardyce set him up beautifully, and with a well-structured team that played tough defense, like solid defense, he set him up for success. And he came in and just fucking cruised along. Could have done better. They could have done better the last fucking 6 games of the season. They could have done better. You know?
Yeah.
Reed didn't have to give up those 2 goals the last game of the fucking at the bowl end. He didn't have to. He didn't have to get burned. Could have put someone more talented in there. Like, anyway. So anyway. I don't want to talk about Billich anymore. There's a couple good questions in here, though. And we'll start with Gary on this one. What's your Italian dish of choice? Gary.
Again?
Oh,
dish of choice.
Did you say in the chat room already?
Restaurant, I'm going to have a fucking cheeseburger. They've got them. They're bound to have something on the menu there.
All right. What's your favorite cake?
I don't eat cake.
Okay.
Too,
there it goes.
Too dry. Let's just swap it in beer. That'll be all right.
All right. Steve, Italian dish and cake. Let's just bang those 2 questions out at the same time.
Spaghetti and meatballs and death by chocolate.
Boom. Adam.
Carbonara. I don't know. I'm not really a dessert person. Chocolate brownie, maybe.
Right on. I would say chicken Alfredo and anything, any cake. Love cake. I just love cake almost as much as this guy. All right. I can't see all the my fucking comments are fucked, so I can't even scroll all the way down and see what the recent comments are. Anyway, it's almost time to wrap up, but I do see that there's people talking about pizza. So yeah, I guess we're not talking about pizza. Anyway,
I don't think
Pineapple belongs on a pizza.
Ham and pineapple pizza.
There you go.
What's wrong with people?
Bacon and roni for me. Anybody else want to chime in with what pizza they like? I don't know. No?
Whatever. To be honest, I don't care. Meat. Anything with any meat.
Yeah.
All right. We will.
Yep.
We will talk about our upcoming shows now. All right. So we need guests. We need guests for Hammer Shots. It's a new game show. That's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
What's that? What's that, Gary?
It's a fool.
Oh my God.
For fuck's sake.
Gary,
I walked right into that.
Bro.
You set me up.
Hey, no. Somebody got it on me when I went back to England in 2015. They got it signed for me, and this shirt.
Nice.
Got to get it framed.
So I have the man of the hour. It's a nice little Questwell.
Oh yeah, who is that? Does he play for us?
Sometimes when he's not cramped up. Yeah. All right. So Hammer Shots. We need guests who want to test their knowledge. We have Mr. Steve Mothersole, who's going to be joining this week, along with our good friend Justin from Chicago Hammers, is going to battle Mr. Steve.
He's gonna kill me.
Why? You're
He's good.
Hammer, man.
It don't matter. He's good. He's good.
He's a good
He's got
researcher.
it going on.
Yeah, he's a good researcher. So it's a great balance. So anyway, that's our upcoming show on Wednesday. I would like to see Ray.
Memory like a sieve.
I'd like to see Ray with Katie and Becky tomorrow night. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know if they know yet, but I think that's what's going to go tomorrow night. But anyway, Hammer Shots. We need guests to test your knowledge. It's really fun. If you haven't watched the first episode, please go back and do so. We did a test episode with Steve and what's his name, Alex, the guy who's supposed to be getting our masks in our shop. Anyway, yeah, the test episode was fucking awesome. You know, we had a good time, and then we did our first show, and the feedback was great. Everybody in the chat room, the show after that was just raving about it. So, yeah, please, you guys want to do Hammer Shots? Come on in, because listen, you know, we'll match you up accordingly. You know, we'll try to get you, you know, not matched up against someone who completely would destroy you. It should be fun, you know.
And it's not about, like, the good thing is I've worked it out so that you don't have to be like you don't have to know a ton of stuff. You know, a lot of points are available for, like, you know, you got the hangman round, there's a higher and lower round. So, you know, yeah, knowledge helps, but isn't the be all and end all. You know, and also the round that the knowledge helps the most in is the pressure round at the end, where you've only got a minute. And there are people who notice at the end of that, they're like, oh, I knew most of those answers, but when you're put under a pressure and there's a clock running with a timer on it, you forget everything. So, yeah, I appreciate the comments. I really do. And, you know, that was the first time, so I was a bit nervous. And, you know, the audio wasn't the best. But, yeah, come and take part. It'll be fun. As I get a little bit more confident, know what I'm doing, hopefully it will be even funnier, more entertaining. Yeah, I love it.
Listen, the whole deal is that going forward, we you know, we want to have content for everybody, obviously, and you know, we want to have more game shows. We're working on a whole bunch of stuff so that if there's nothing to talk about, especially like during the off season and stuff like that, listen, trivia is something that can be done anytime. You know what I mean? It's just past stats and stuff. So, you know, to keep everybody entertained, to keep, you know, everybody in the chat room going, you know, and so on. Same thing with Friday Night Lights, you know. We want to continue that as well, and then you know, I think we're working on you know, at least another game show. Obviously, when the season comes back, we'll be doing the, you know, post-match shows again. We'll be doing more interviews with supporters from America who actually go to the, you know, supporters groups during the match days and stuff like that. Everybody's just all depressed right now about that, so we can't get anybody, you know, to do that right now. But plus, no one wants to talk about going to the pub right now because we can't. So anyway, so we're trying to liven it up with Hammer Shots. I think it's going to be a great show, and everybody seems to think so in the chat. So anyway, long story short, please message me. Oh, it looks like JP from JP WHU TV wants to join in. Yeah, dude, just fucking message me, and I'll absolutely get you all on a list, and then I will figure out, you know, based off of like who does what, when, you know, who's been a fan, how long, and so on. I'll try and match you guys up the best possible. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, we're gonna cut this short. It's 9 o'clock, a little bit after. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the UK right now. Yeah, I know, 2 something. Anyway, I'll talk to you three off the air real quick. But everybody else in the chat and everybody else watch this live, listen, I thank you so much. Please click the like button. It's right there. You just click out of the live chat and click the, you know, the little like button. That'd be awesome.
Bye,
y'all.
Now you're here.
Let's see if we can break. Let's see if we can break 20 likes for once. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please just click the damn subscribe button. You know, YouTube's been, you know, purging and everything else, and our numbers have been declining a little bit, but our social media numbers are growing like crazy. So we can't thank you guys enough for that. Also, we got these, you know, these scarves right behind me. We got some for sale. We're going to be doing a giveaway too soon, big one. So stay tuned for that. We also got 2 shops. You can buy the stuff. Come on, wear some cool, American Hammer stuff. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, all right. So have a good night, guys. Talk to you later. And make sure to, rewatch this one because this one was hilarious, especially the beginning. Right, come on, guys. Have a good night, everybody.